Greetings and welcome to the channel. My name is Dr. Nana Gyesie, transformational coach here at Inner Mileage, where we help folks optimize and heal themselves from all kinds of trauma so they can align with their soul's purpose and best life right here, right now. Now, what if I told you that the universe has chosen you for a divine purpose? This is really about the awakening of empaths, who they are, and why they are here. Amidst all the chaos in the world, there are individuals selected to channel light, heal wounds, and transform darkness into hope. These individuals are empaths. Welcome to this journey of discovery and awakening. Today, we are uncovering the mystery of who empaths are, their purpose, and their connection to the cosmos. Let's dive deep. So, who's an empath? An empath is much more than someone who feels deeply. Empaths are emotional conduits who absorb, interpret, and sometimes transmute the emotions and energies of others. Modern neuroscience reveals that empaths have heightened activity in their mirror neurons, and those remarkable cells that are responsible for empathy and social connections, which makes the empath not just sensitive, but deeply attuned to emotional vibrations that others often miss. You might resonate with this being an empath, particularly if you've ever felt overwhelmed in a crowd or instinctively understood someone's pain without them saying a word, or found great solace in nature. Now, if this sounds familiar, you may be more than just sensitive. You could be a chosen light worker. And this concept is deeply echoed in ancient spiritual texts. In fact, the Upanishads speak of those who see through the veil and recognize the interconnectedness of all things. And also in the Christian parlance, the Bible mentions the gifts of discernment in 1 Corinthians 12, verse 10, a profound ability that many scholars associate with empathic perception. Now let's look at this from a grand perspective, the universe's perspective. How does the universe choose empaths? To understand this, we turn to quantum physics and chaos theory. So chaos theory shows us how small changes in interconnected systems, like a butterfly's wing, creates a distant hurricane. And these lead to profound effects. So imagine how seeing a butterfly's wings can foreshadow a hurricane somewhere else. Empaths are the universe's response to imbalance, stepping in to restore harmony. So, to be more specific, empaths often emerge during times of great upheaval in families, in societies, or even global crisis. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna declares, whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, I manifest myself. I'll say it again. Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, I manifest myself. This is in chapter 4, verse 7 of the Bhagavad Gita. And empaths, like divine workers, arrive to restore cosmic balance. Science supports this inflection and selection. So, studies in epigenetics, for example, show that trauma, especially intergenerational trauma, can awaken empathic abilities. Buddhism speaks of samsara, the cycle of suffering, or dukkha, as the fertile ground for awakening. Empaths are not chosen randomly, they are a universal design born out of necessity. So, how are empaths made after the choosing process has happened? Empaths are often forged in the crucible of adversity, deep pain. In fact, prolonged exposure to emotional stress activates the amygdala, which is the brain's processing center, heightening sensitivity. And while this may seem like a curse, it's actually a preparation for the empath's role. In spiritual traditions, suffering is seen as a pathway to enlightenment. The Buddhist concept of dukkha or suffering teaches that through challenges we achieve liberation. Similarly, the Hermetic texts from Hermes Trismegistus or Toto Tehuti refers to the refiner's fire, which purifies the soul for its ultimate purpose. Empathic sensitivity may also be an evolutionary change or evolutionary advantage. In fact, early humans who could sense danger or interpret social dynamics had better survival outcomes. And over generations, this sensitivity has evolved into the profound empathic abilities we see today in the world. So let's talk about the empath in the concept of the hell realm or the earth realm, if you may. Many spiritual traditions refer to our world, this world, as the hell realm, i.e., this is a dimension of suffering, ignorance, and disconnection. So, why are empaths placed here? Simple. The mission of the empaths is to bring light into the darkness. So, even to be more specific, the Tibetan Book of the Dead describes beings of light who descended to care to guide others to liberation. Similarly, chaos theory reveals that even in disorder, there is the potential for new order. Empaths are catalysts for this transformation. In the Kabbalistic tree of life, Tiferet, the sphere of compassion connects the divine with the earthly. Empaths embody this Tiferetian connection, grounding spiritual energy in a physical reality. Empaths transmute negativity into healing, much like black holes bending light. So, how do you know for a fact that you're an empath? How do you self initiate? How do you recognize that there's a call to which you have to answer to be chosen in this sense? And some guiding questions are: have you ever felt called to a specific higher purpose that's beyond you? That's for the liberation of yourself and those around you. Here are some signs that may actually allude to the fact that you might be an empath, a sleeping empath, or an unawakened empath. So I'll probably go to five or six examples. The first is crowded spaces overwhelm you. It's almost as if you're overwhelmingly absorbing too much energy. And this is different from panic attacks or social awkwardness. This overwhelm just feels like there's so much going on, you can sense it, and there's something telling you to leave because it's just too overwhelming. You can sense and feel what's going on in the place, whether it's a concert or a church or conference room or what have you, a mall, etc., etc. Then the other example is you intuitively sense the emotions of others without explanation. And this is not just for people you know, but it's for people you've just met or even strangers or just entering a room or a space. You have an intuitive sense of what's going on there. Also, the third example is you find pleasure and peace in nature's embrace. Going out to nature, the ocean, the parks, the trees, the desert, whatever your choice of nature is and what's available to you seems to provide this soothing balm. And then the fourth or fifth example is you've often been told how sensitive you are, that you're too sensitive, too feeling, too sensory, if you may. And perhaps the most telling reason or characteristic or trait of the empath is this unshakable purpose to help and heal people or others. If these resonate with you, consider that you may have been chosen by the universe to be a light worker. And this is not an exhaustive list, but it's pointing to some things that you can hold on to. So let's link empaths to scientific and spiritual truths. Empaths bridge the gap between science and spirituality. So string theory posits that all matter is connected by vibrating strings of energy. Doesn't it sound like the empath's ability to feel the vibration of emotions? Because we are, after all, atoms and protons and collection, temporary agglomeration of the five elements. We also know that neuroscience reveals that the heart The heart emits an electromagnetic field detectable up to 3 feet away. Empaths with their heightened sensitivity may be attuned to these subtle fields, and a lot of research on this has been done by the Heart Math Institute that does work related to this. So we know that spiritual texts like the Rig Veda describe prana, the life energy that flows through all modern beings, all beings to be specific. And science and ancient wisdom agree that empaths are tuned instruments in the symphony of the universe. That's just it. So we arrive at the ultimate question. Why are empaths here? Empaths are not merely feelers, they are transformers. And the purpose is to awaken humanity, transmute pain into wisdom, and guide us toward collective evolution. Specifically, Joseph Campbell's work, particularly The Hero's Journey, teaches us that the hero returns with the elixir as the final step. For empaths, this elixir is their awakened state, their ability to heal and inspire others. You are not here by accident. You're here to embody compassion, illuminate darkness, and remind humanity of its interconnected divine ability. Empaths are the universe's declaration, let there be light. So that's who we are, and that's our mission, which is to heal ourselves so we can heal those who are assigned to us. As people who ask you for help, people who approach you for help, people who approach you for guidance or illumination. And that's just the way it is. If this resonates with you, type transform if I can be of help to you, or send me a message at nana@innermileage.com, or book a free complimentary session at my site innermileage.com, or work with a similar ascension guide who can guide you. And remember, there's absolutely no one like you. Peace.